in the wild. There I am, see? Yoder Township Supervisors meeting. It's at 7 o'clock. If you're here, appreciate it. Oh, look, it's Chief Piggy right there himself.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Huh? Merry Christmas, John. First Amendment retaliator right there. That's one of them. First Amendment retaliation. He doesn't know what the First Amendment is. Do you, John? Name and badge number, sir.
You have a law enforcement related complaint that needs to be handled right now.
I might. Name and badge
You have a
number.
medical emergency.
Name and badge number.
You know it? You know them both? I don't have to repeat. You have a nice day. I'm not playing games with you.
This is the guy who pulled me over outside of his jurisdiction for flipping him off. And what's he doing right here? What's that? Oh no, he's not flipping somebody. So that's not a flip off. Actually, that's the rock and roll fingers. That is not a. I apologize. Okay, I'm sorry. I said something that was inaccurate. I accused somebody of flipping somebody off, and they didn't flip him off. They were doing this, not this. Okay, I apologize for that, Jeff. My bad. See how easy that was for me to do? I fucked up, and I said I'm sorry. It's just that simple. You fuck up, you say you're sorry. Okay? So today is going to be, I guess, my favorite teacher. My favorite teacher in high school was Mr. Roy Schaefer, who was my shop teacher. He was a great teacher, good man. Like I said, I'm not trying to cause trouble. I want what's right and what is done to be right, not the shit they put me through.
No.
At this time, I'll call the meeting order. Please stand for liberty and justice for all. State your name, and you have 3 minutes.
Hi, everybody. Again, first things first, I want to, Mr. Schaefer, thank you for all the service you've given to the Upper Yoder Township, and I'm glad that you're done and that hopefully you don't have to see any of the things that are about to transpire here in the upcoming months, okay? Because honestly, you were one of the decent teachers that actually gave me a chance and didn't, and you've listened to every word I've said about this situation. And what I want to bring up today is this. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to read a couple of things to you. And what I'm going to read to you is this. This is the Constitution of the United States, the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peaceably assemble or to petition the government for redress of their grievances. Chief Blake violated my First Amendment rights. The Fourth Amendment to the Constitution. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause, oath, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Again, my truck was taken without a warrant. I want to see the search warrant. I want to see where the search warrant is. I want to see what gave him the justification to take my truck. I'm asking you, okay? Paul, I'm asking you. You're the police commissioner, okay? You better have an answer for me. And I'm going to use the word in a minute, okay? The Fifth Amendment. That's not really important today. The Sixth Amendment. Not really important today. The 8th Amendment, excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments be inflicted. He had no justification to take my truck, steal my truck, felony stealing a pickup truck, okay? And then the 14th Amendment's been in the news the past few days, okay? And what I want to bring up about the 14th Amendment is the last part of Section 1. I'll abridge this for you people, and you guys can look it up, because I'm going to give you all of this, okay? It says, nor deny any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Why are you smiling at me? Don't fucking smile about this. Don't fucking smile about it. It's not funny. It's not funny. Okay? It's not funny. My rights aren't funny. The way that pig treats me and the way he treats other people is not right. Okay? I'm telling you. Okay? I'm going to sue them. I'm going to sue him. What time is it? Okay, good. I'll continue when I'm done. Okay? That's fine. That's fine. I'm not.
Your 3 minutes is up, John.
Good. My 3 minutes is up. I'm going to say one more thing then. Okay?
All right, then that's it.
Okay, that's fine. I've opened the lines of communication to any of you supervisors to fix this, or you, Mr. Shahady, to fix this. Okay? Come at me and speak to me because he did. He fucked up. And so did Novotny. Okay? Fix it. It's your job to do it. Mr. Schaefer, thank you very much. Merry Christmas. I'll be speaking at the end.
Can I have a word with you? You very disappoint me.
Well, then fine, I disappoint you. Why, because of my language? Whatever.
Language and everything. It's
Well,
a
whatever.
public meeting, and I don't think
Fine, you can be, it's not necessary, but it's my right.
You have your reason, but there's real ways to go about it.
I'm going to go about it.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Anybody else on the public participation?
Oh, I volunteer. Dave Hill, and thank you, everybody.
3 minutes.
And Roy, first of all, I want to thank you, and Ed too, but knowing you 65 years, you've always been a very important part of my life and your class, okay? I didn't want you involved in any of this, and I told you that from the beginning, okay? It could have been resolved, but we need a real police commissioner over there, not that guy. He thought it was funny. I said, I don't think you're funny at all. You laugh at people all the time. You have no clue what goes on with this thing. Novotny's not here tonight. Last meeting, he laughed at me when I brought up police accountability. So I was a joke to you. Blake laughed at me for 11 minutes. I got the call transcribed, so I won't share with you guys for 11 minutes. And when he refused to get to me and answer my complaint, he talked to me on the phone. He said he wasn't going to do it. How can you do that? If I never called, him and Novotny ordered 2 police reports. That's illegal. Then I found out why he's protecting this driver. He's got a connection to her. And he created a falling limb and branch division, illegal civilly harassing the neighbors of this operator 4 or 5 times over a civil matter, illegal. He has no problem, but he doesn't know the difference. He's clueless. You didn't handle that. That was wrong. You didn't handle my complaint, dated September 7th. I'm still waiting. Oh, we don't do complaints. You need to go. You need to be replaced. And I'm not going to stop until you're done. Go somewhere else, trash some other thing. You were warned not to hire Novotny, you did it. I don't want to speak bad on him, he's not here, I don't do that. I do it for everybody. Like I said, your department is after me. It's gonna be game changing for this entire township. I am just so sick and tired of being ignored. And again, you think it's funny, Paul. I think you're a pathetic excuse for commission. You have no idea what goes on. Civil matters, what Novotny did with his finger, what do you call it, the middle finger of task force, that's totally illegal. You know, their departments would fire somebody for that. No, we're okay. We like it here. You have no clue. You need to go. You need to be dismissed, fired, or go on. Move away, okay? By the way, quick thing. I saw your granddaughter, or your daughter-in-law, and your grandson almost get killed about 6 weeks ago. Cars flying down the road. Last minute, they swerved and missed them. Both the girls screamed. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's only, what do you call that, an opinion. Dave can't tell how fast the car's going. By the way, those records that Novotny and Blake created saying I didn't do that, I got a call back. Cambria County, let's just say, the judicial department went over my records. Twice I requested a cop, okay? You're gonna die on that sword, John, I promise you. You can be all smug today, but I guarantee you when this is all over, you're gonna regret what you did. Because you refused to come clean, he has no clue, because he doesn't even know what time it is. You gotta go, Paul, you're done. You're past your born-on date, you're past your expiration date. Go down to Florida, wherever you're going, just disappear. But this is not over. I thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Anybody else on the public participation? Okay. Bob, you have anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing. This is my 36th year I've completed. Most of that time I have worked with Roy, 3.5 decades. And in conjunction with that, you had 2.5 decades, Bill, 2.5 decades, and 2 decades with you, 1.5 decades with Paul. It's been an outstanding board, and Roy's contribution has been just phenomenal. So thank you all.
Totally agree on that.
Along the same lines, it's been a pleasure working with Roy, Bill, and Bob. And, I can honestly say these three have always had the township best interest at heart. They can walk out here with their heads held up high. They've done nothing to ever hurt this township. All they ever did was to help this township and its residents. So I thank you three for it.
Thanks, Ed, I appreciate that.
It's changed a lot.
It has changed, but it is what it is. Okay, Bill?
Just congratulations to Mr. Schaefer and Mrs. Convalinka, and best of luck to you.
Bob?
Yeah, it has been a pleasure here, I'll be honest with you, everybody I worked with has been great. I couldn't, it's just been good working here, all around. And so if the board needs, you guys need me for anything in the future, don't hesitate to ask, I'm willing to give anybody advice. So the door's open. Thanks, guys.
Roy?
Yes, thanks everybody. I said it's, had a few people in school along the way, and, I know I've changed a lot in these years, and, I always felt that Upper Yoder was a good place to work. Bob and I laughed down there, he came from Conemaugh Township, we didn't hit it off right away. I told him one time, you're in Upper Yoder now, you're not in Conemaugh Township, but now he's a great asset to the board, and we've always got along. You hear some boards where they really are fighting at each other, and it just hasn't been that way here at all. From one to the other, and a few people have been gone, but we think that, we've worked hard at it. That the zoning is there, it's been improved, and it's, tough, and we have the split township, which also makes this really kind of difficult. We still have basically a rural area and then the place with the storage is in this area, and so it's a little different than if the whole thing would be under one roof, you know, under one cause. But I'll miss it a little bit, but it's like charter bus, it's time to move on, let the younger guys take over, so. And I think I have a good replacement, so it's. Thank you.
Thanks, Roy.
You're welcome, thank you, Roy.
Want me to go first?
Go ahead, yeah.
I'll make a motion that we hire Cody Schatz as a full-time officer, effective after he passes all his exams and physical.
Right, moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Is that all?
You want me to do
Good.
Yeah, do the drill.
to hire, Gretchen Lavely and Megan Stasko as office personnel effective December 26th.
Second.
Right, moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I have one more. Okay, for the motion. I'd like to make a motion to purchase a new computer for the new hire. It, what did you say?
Not to exceed 1,600.
1,500.
Not to exceed 1,600.
1,600, yeah.
I'll second that. Right, moving second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That's all?
I think,
Okay. Correspondence, we already got William Burns, email, Nice Avenue parking concern. It's on Church,
on Nice Avenue,
on Nice Avenue, they were parking on both sides of the street,
on Sunday church.
church service on Sunday.
Yeah, the problem was resolved over the summer. It wasn't originally a problem earlier this year, and then it was resolved. And then Christmas season came and people were coming back to church and parking started to overflow again. So I don't know if you want to put, consider a parking ordinance and parking signs there, or what other way you want to address that.
maybe somebody could just talk to them.
There's I've seen a lot of vehicles there.
On Sundays.
To be able to park in front of their homes is not the case anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Bayfield correspondence, 3 letters. Anybody in public participation?
I'd like to speak again, if
We
anybody else
have
would.
3 minutes, and this will be it. This is.
First things first, again, Mr. Schaefer, I want to apologize to you if you think my language disappointed you in any way, but let me say something. Think about how frustrating it must be or how upset I must be that come in here and use that kind of language. You guys are all reasonable men, so you should understand that if I have to do something like that to get your attention, that's why I used the language that I did, okay? So you would open your ears and go, wait, he does have a point here, okay? And we need to listen to him, okay? Your parking situation over by the church, okay, what I would suggest you guys do is I would suggest you do what Jeff Novotny does on Delia Street, where he goes and he tows the truck, he tows the vehicles, okay? They towed my vehicle, okay, and didn't answer any questions, okay? And I've actually noticed 2 other vehicles parked in the same place my truck was. 2 other officers responded and didn't issue any tickets that I know of. I did a right to know request, and Alice hasn't got back to me yet about it. But I'm curious to know if those people I know the vehicles weren't towed. So again, the 14th Amendment says that you equal protection. Okay, so if my truck gets towed, then just tow all those vehicles on Nice Avenue. There's your simple solution. Have Officer Novotny work on Sundays and have him just tow them. Get Eastmont Auto to do it, man. They'll be busy. They'll love you. So again, Mr. Schaefer, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to use that language, but please understand why I feel necessary to use that kind of language in a public forum like that, because nobody's answering my questions. I keep saying, if you want my contact information when this is over with, any of you can feel free to reach out to me. Mr. Shahady can reach out to me. Nick, if you want to, you can. Ryan, if you want to. Kyle, I'm sorry. Sorry, man. If you want to, you guys can all reach out to me and we can do this. Okay? I keep saying that, but at this point, the smog has got to stop. Okay? And the last point I want to make about all this is I hurt your feelings and I upset you and I disappointed you by my language, and I'm doing the right thing and I'm apologizing to you, Mr. Schaefer. And again, thank you for your service and everything you've done for this whole community. Thanks.
Thank you. Anybody else on the public participation?
Yeah, thank you. I want to say a couple positive things. Through this whole dilemma with his inability to do his job, I met Nick. It took 61 days to get an officer out to my house after my first complaint, which I did request. But anyhow, what a professional guy he is. Not Hall, unfortunately, he left. But in my encounters, we haven't had a real police chief since Wally passed, and it's very sad. We have no accountability. Apparently, Paulie doesn't take complaints. No response, he refused. I absolutely refused. You laugh then, it's not funny, but, you might want to have Attorney Shahady explain to you how Mundell claims work and how that whole thing gets involved with your inability to do your job and handle the supervision, which you didn't. My September 7th complaint is not handled. Nothing was done. Because if you handled it, it would have been a different scenario. Because he refuses to take 2 calls, and on 50 talks to me and laughs for 11 minutes. I don't need this to you guys, but the call's transcribed. So it is certainly admissible in court as a transcription. But what went down was inexcusable. It was not professional about John Blake. He just says, well, I guess he didn't know me. I didn't know him. To get that call and have him laughing at me about not calling for an officer, okay, we're gonna move on from there. Because like I said, Camarillo County verified it on December 2nd. It's all up there. You lied to me, and he lied to you. It's unacceptable. But we're gonna find out how Mundell works. You might wanna have Bob explain it to you. I don't have to. I don't get paid to do it. But you created a monster, Paulie. Best thing you can do is resign. I'm begging you.
What's he gonna resign from?
From not doing his job. He refused to handle my complaint. Boy, it's wrong. I asked you not to get involved in it. It's wrong. I can prove he didn't do anything.
We got some letters here, didn't we? Someone visited your house and I thought it was okay after that.
I don't care. It's not resolved. Novotny laughed at me last month. Okay, You have somebody, in a real department, he would have been disciplined, suspended, or fired for what he did. But laughing at me, that's funny, you think it's funny. He thought it was funny for 11 minutes, okay? I'm not funny, it's not funny at all. What do I want? I want,
Let me give both of you advice. You both said you're filing suit. When you say that, there can be no more interaction. You have an attorney, you have one, right?
no, stop, I don't have an attorney. I'm
You
handling it.
said for 3 months you're
I'm
filing
gonna
suit.
file suit.
I'm my own attorney.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I am my own attorney.
See, well, we're not discussing pending litigation here. If they're
Okay.
pending, you can't.
Then reach out to me, please.
We're not.
Reach out to me.
I'll talk to you after the meeting.
Okay,
And I did talk to your dad at length too,
good,
so.
good.
Bob, I don't have an attorney. I'm not ready for an attorney.
Well, you keep saying it, you're filing suit.
No, I keep accepting him to do the right thing. It's impossible, he's clueless. And, well, we'll let Monell handle it then. At some point, it's gonna come up as a Monell case. You might wanna explain it to him, but refusing to handle my complaint, I'm not gonna have this guy come on me for 11 minutes and talk stupid to me, and then refuse to handle it. Until I blow up at a meeting, he does nothing. Okay? That's unacceptable. If you knew the whole story, you wouldn't sit there and talk to me like that, just like him. He thought it was funny. And Roy, I apologize to you. I never wanted you in on this. I never did. Was it resolved? No, it's not resolved. It's not at all resolved. You got the wrong guy doing this. End of story.
Thank you, Dave. If not, I need a motion for adjournment. Roy?
Want to do the final one?
Second.
Everyone, thank you.
Thank you. I think you're okay, and I get your frustration. I do, I really do.
How you doing, Bob? Well,
The office,
great, great.
that's an I can do, I can't get both.
Well, who's gonna represent him when?
Insurance company.
Okay, really? Okay. How, where can I get answers from?
What do you want? What do you want?
They stole my truck.
I understand.
Where's the search warrant?
What else do you want?
What?
What do you want?
I want to see the search warrant. I want paid for my truck, for starters. I want paid for the rental car that I had to take, that I had to get. Okay, I want compensated for all that.
You're gonna have to file suit.
Fine, no problem.
Now, if you don't do it properly, and it's vexatious, considered vexatious, then they come back and sue you for that.
You gotta understand that I have everything on videotape.
But it has to be done right.
And I
Be
will.
done right. I'm just telling you. Well,
Okay.
if you succeed there, then that opens up the door for civil.
I absolutely know that. But there's also, no, I'm not gonna tone down. You know why? Because I have the right. The First Amendment.
No, just do what you have to do, but don't get so, boisterous. Because you wanna follow procedure.
I want to. The right thing to do would be just fire him and take his pension. They don't need to get.
Look up police tenure. It's impossible to fire a policeman.
No, it's not. What if they break the law, like Novotny did when he beat his wife?
That was an allegation, never went anywhere.
Yeah, he was charged and he was convicted of a summary offense.
That's a step one. It is.
It doesn't matter. He beat his
not
wife. He beat his wife. What?
It's not enough.
It's not
Read the
enough.
police tenure.
He shouldn't be a cop.
Well, he is one, and you're gonna have to live with it or stay out of Upper Yoder. Is that simple?
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again. I'm gonna have to live with it or stay out of Upper Yoder.
Here, this is the way you treat somebody.
Yeah, Bob, because you're working for the government, okay? You're not listening to me. They fucked up, okay? So you're in a position to fix it. You're absolutely in a position to fix it. Yeah, you are. You're the attorney. You can advise them to fix this.
How? What do you want me to tell them?
Get out the checkbook and start compensating me for what I'm out to begin with.
Okay.
The $1,040. What about Eastmont Auto stealing my truck? They stole my truck.
Okay, I understand on this.
Why haven't charges been filed against the guy who stole my truck?
I don't know. I'm not in the enforcement side of things.
Do you understand if I went over and asked John Blake why they haven't arrested the guy who stole my truck? He won't answer my questions. Okay? He's 14th Amendment. He's not guaranteeing me my equal protection under the color of law. That's the problem here. And look, you're live and you're on the spot because you work for them. And I'm sorry, you know my parents or whatever. It's just that way, okay? But they really messed up, and you guys are standing behind it.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Take care. Merry Christmas, Bob. There are countless other auditors, I'm sure you know, online. I recommend actually Long Island Audits. He's great. Shout out to Long Island Audits there. I don't know if anybody's gonna see that, but they fuck with him too. Yeah, it's stupid. You know, they should just, if they have nothing to hide, then you know they'd welcome a camera. If they're doing their jobs right, they'd be like, yeah, please put it on. That's what we want to see. That's you know. But when they're afraid of these, when they're afraid of one of these, that's what it is. I mean, you know, they're afraid of what they're doing. They're afraid that what they're doing is breaking the law or they're harming somebody. So, you know, Merry Christmas to you, Bob. It's all, like I said, inside it's all business. Out here, I'm you know. Take care, man. Merry Christmas. See you soon. Yep. Take care, buddy. I'll see you.
Hey, take care.
Say hello to your dad.
I sure will. He's probably watching.
Cool it.
Okay. Cool it. Shout out to my dad, if you're watching. I don't know, man. I you know. So, Merry Christmas to you, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy everything, man. I'm in a good mood, actually. This is, somebody said, I don't know why, but somebody sent me a box of oatmeal cream pies, okay? I think that's kind of funny. So, I can't eat them. From the hills. Hey, what's up, man?
You're Mr. Clancher, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Listen, that I called for an officer twice and it didn't happen.
Yeah. So I guess word's getting out that you know, shit's going down up here too. So you know,
My issues with him and those two.
Yep.
And nobody else. And he said, "What did you want?" I said, "I wanted an officer. Let him come clean. Let him tell the truth."
yeah,
But he won't now.
no.
Oh, so he didn't. Well, Shahady was there.
Well,
did you talk to Shahady?
I did, and that you want to see you will want to see the video when you go home tonight after this is all done and rendered. Okay, it's gonna be at the probably hour mark or so on this video, and you can hear the whole conversation. And he was not happy that once he realized that was still going, that my live stream was still going. Okay,
Oh.
and when I came out here, he was like, "Tell your dad I said hi," and I was like, "He's probably watching." He stops and he goes, "Cool it."
Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
hey.
He doesn't represent you. You can't.
there's no, you know,
Well, and I'm not a rep. He says, well, you're rep. I said, no, man. Why, if I had an attorney, you had an attorney, why would you do this? You
Right.
don't do it. Whatever John Blake says, we don't really get involved in that. I said, well, you're good.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so quick little jaunt home. And they're still outside. If they're outside watching me. Everybody say hi, YouTube! Hi, YouTube!